Welcome back, Transformer TCG fans. Sorry, I've done a video having to update Unicron, and it's not a short video. It probably could have been. I'm not going to try to re-record it for a third or fourth time because he was kind of broken. He wasn't strong. He was a pushover. Now I've tried to bump up a few things, and we'll go over that in the next video. And it's so I've been kind of busy. I did a video, like a political video, but I put it on Rumble instead of here. And if you know who I am on Rumble, I'm not going to advertise it, but I am over there. Now, I get a lot of views. I have like one follower, and I don't know who it is. Or if it's someone legit or not, but I'm not worried about that so much. But just want to let you know that I've actually made. I think I found a couple of battle cards that I've forgotten about, and some base cards that I've got to finish. Once I was looking at a lot of my Unicron stuff, there was one card that I thought I lost. I kind of had to recreate that one. So, everything is in the Dropbox right now. Okay? Updated for the video that I got to edit. And it takes a while for me because it's just little on me. I don't have anybody else helping me here. And so I got the video, and I got to edit it and get all the images in there. Basically is the most part, so I'm having to listen to myself over and over and over again and get everything right. And then I like having in the descriptions where I'm talking about where, so everything is nicely time stamped. Now that I know, I figured that out a couple of years ago. So I just want to make sure everything looks good, everything sounds right. And I have not tested this Unicron with its new stats, unfortunately. And being a casual gamer, I'm using grenade launchers, I'm using fusion borers, I'm using whatever. I'm throwing the kitchen sink, and I only used a 40 card deck. You're normal. Yeah, I know. I can normally will have like a 45 or 50 card deck, but I wasn't using any base cards. I was just testing the character, and there's a few base cards that were Unicron based, not Unicronian, Unicron based base cards that I almost forgot about. Not really. I'm like, this needs rewording. Which means if I reword it, I gotta put it over into Paint 3D and put the template on there and add the little, and which isn't bad. It's just a pain, and I've gotten pretty good at it now myself as well. But that's all I have time for. I'm supposed to be working, but I haven't forgotten. I've just been real busy with other stuff going on here at the house, and my son is working, and it's kind of at night some, and it's kind of thrown us off a little bit of eating habits and dinner and who's eating what and what's going on. So, we're trying to get into that regimen as well. So I just want to say just a big thank you. This is just a heads up. I'm not done with the TCG. And another thing, and I think I mentioned this even in my Unicron video, is I want to continue to push. And because like Princess Leia said, I am not a committee. I'm just me. And I always want to support the Transformers. Oh my gosh, I don't have it up here. Transformers.cards or transformercards. Oh gosh, I'll put it up here. I really wanted to push them. Go to the Discord. Bill Moo you look at stuff and you don't think about it. Then you say it out loud, and it's like, that's funny. So Bill Moo is always giving updates as well, and there's some stuff that's they're also connected with the Facebook group The custom page group is pretty much dead. If anything else new pops up, it's normally me. If you know who I am there, I guess I just kind of doxed myself. So there's that. But just, I just want to push them. And really, the game isn't dead. Okay? I may have made a lot of interesting cards that aren't as strong as the ARCs cards. They say that they were going to go back and try to rebalance some of the cards they've even created. We haven't quite seen that yet. And that was supposed to be their wave 2, actually, along with some Power Masters. And we haven't seen that materialize yet, unless I'm just in the dark. Because I did get kicked off of somebody's Facebook. Was it the ARC? I don't know. And I don't even know what I did. And I remember screenshotting the thingy, and I'm like, and it was just like, where did this come from? They just kicked me off. And I went to the admin, and they're like, well, blah, 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 blah. And that's like, I haven't done anything, and I sent him the screenshot, and I haven't heard anything back. And that was 2 years ago. I don't know. But I'm not too worried about it. But maybe it wasn't the ARC. Because I still get stuff from them too on occasion. But just keep tabs on everybody. I mean, the players aren't big, and I don't get to play with anybody. Or I'm going to hear it from her over here. Okay? She didn't like it when Buddy and I were playing over our phones a couple of years back. So I just want to help support the really good guys with the really good content. Considering that Dan Arnold might be a part of them and helping them out, because he got to see the insider information when he got to create Perceptor as the winner of the et cetera, you know where I'm going with this. I didn't mean to go 7 minutes. I meant to keep this under 5. So just thank you for watching. There's more to come. I found some some characters that I had started that I didn't finish. I have a set of Quintessons myself that I kind of like. They're not strong, but it seemed like we're all having the same ideas. And I'm like, this is really interesting. Now that I'm seeing their stuff at Transformers.cards, I think that's it. As well as some of my stuff that I was making before I really was keeping up with them, with the ATP crew and all, in Energon Hustlers and Bayformers and everybody. And it almost seems like we were all in the same mindset, which I found just spellbinding. Absolutely just these cool coincidences where, my stuff may not be identical to theirs, but a lot of the, star counts and et cetera, to where you can have multiple Sharkticons, et cetera. And, they have a Sharkticon matrix, which is really nice, I'll admit. And I've tried to come up with different types of matrices as well. And then I made the action card Matrix Quest, where you can play it and you're, scrapping like 4 or 5 cards, and if you find a matrix type card, you can put it in your hand. So a lot of neat things going on, for the good or the bad. Of course, when it comes to my stuff, it's got to be casual. Have I given it to the other guys? Not really. I just haven't had a lot of time. I remember ages ago when that opportunity was there, and I just missed out on it. I was trying to get my stuff out. A few cards that I liked that needed to be tested by them to say, hey, and it just didn't happen because I've just been so busy with a family of 4, 2 teenagers. I've got 1 in college now, and it's been a whirlwind. Okay. I know we may not all see eye to eye on our politics, and that's fine. That's completely fine. Nothing wrong with that. At the end of the day, we all need to be able to just sit down and have a game and just have fun. We live in a country where we should be able to do that. Be able to leave our differences aside and go, oh, hey, this was fun. Nice meeting you, you know? And I wish I could do that. Oh my gosh, I wish I could do that. So, on that sober note, we'll see you next time. More to come. More to come. It looks like I've lost a little weight. Maybe so. I'm trying to not eat too many of my lifesavers. I'm addicted to the orange ones, and I shouldn't be eating that much sugar because I'm type 2 diabetic. We'll see you next time. Unicron is coming yet again. He's going to make another pass for Cybertron. We'll see you then. We'll see how this pans out. And I've still have I tested these Unicron stats? No, I haven't. But have I tested him with some base cards? No, I haven't. I've made trying to make some better construed decks, stronger decks, I hope. And they all tend to be pretty mixed, as well as some of the decks that I go online at transformers.cards and look at theirs too. And I want to say this for sure is, and I think I even mentioned this in the first video Unicron reveal. I think printing out my Unicron character cards, all this black, I think emptied the black cartridge we just bought, and I don't have the heart to tell my wife. So if I print anything more out, I'm going to be putting more stuff in the Dropbox in document form in the right. Now I don't add bleed because how I do now, if you're using, I like using the clear cards, but you know, for homemade cards, it's probably best to use these. And you're like, oh my gosh, I would never play with you. Well, that I don't know how that happened, but that's an accident. But I really don't know what's what. But when it comes down to homemade cards, and I try to cut them really small because I want them with an actual card, so I actually have the same backing as everything else, and then have them covering whatever card I have here. Do I have something in here? I should. Maybe not. Maybe these are all official. No art, no ATP, no Transformers.cards, no homemade TCG of mine. So, but I like to cut mine super tight so I can't see any bleed from the back of the white piece of paper from the other side. That's me. Okay, if you're actually printing on cardstock and you do want that bleed, you're going to have to pull up the document, save it, and go in and change it yourself. I hate to say that, because originally when I started doing those documents, 13 minutes, sorry. I was giving that an extra bleed, and I figured out how to do it, and it's not that hard. You just have to go through all of them, and we'll see. I might do that they and there's just some of the cards that I have created are watered down. They would be like the filler cards of if it was in wizard stuff at all, or in regular boosters, and you're like, oh man, I got this again, you know. It's like, this isn't a great orange card, but I'll use it anyway. Or this isn't a really good white pip card, but I need a different white pip for whatever. So I don't know, but the base cards are fun, and it is. And now that I've kind of taken out the space bridge momentarily, put in as many base cards as you want, because the less you put in your deck, the stronger they are, because you're not getting them knocked out, and your opponent may not be getting them knocked out, especially if they are not playing with base cards. And as a result, I have made one or two action or battle card or upgrades that actually will help you if you do not have base cards in your deck, and they do. Um, Going back to that time period of when I was making those, and I was trying to keep to kind of a spreadsheet. It didn't work so well, but you can kind of see what I was going for. Um, some might be a little too strong. Um, but again, it's not just helping you, it's helping your opponent too. And I remember when I was playing with Buddy and I was testing out these base cards, of course, he had 9. He ended up winning a time or two because the base cards were helping him more than they were helping me, based on the whatever was going on in the game, which I just found interesting. Of course, he won most of the games because I stink at making a deck. But these are pretty good decks because I was really trying to bulk up Unicron and go, okay, I want Unicron to win against this weak little Decepticon team. What happened to the weak little Decepticon team? 2-3 times was beating Unicron. And I'm like, well, this is ridiculous. This is the pits. There's got to be something wrong with this Unicron. And so I need to test him out some more. It's just hard to get some time in to play a mock game. But that's all I have time for right now. We'll see you next time. And as always, throw scraplets at the like button. And let's flip out and let's roll for it. And hopefully more stop motion to come too, because I have some pretty funny ideas in mind.